Oh, it feels so good. So good to be back in with you. It is DTL After Dark, and tonight is not a crew exclusive. It is for everybody as we count down to the national championship game. Can UConn repeat as national champions? Can they win 12 in a row by 13 points or more? Also, we're going to be talking a little live betting in Major League Baseball. There is no NBA tonight, so it's all baseball and it's all basketball. So without further ado, let's bring in the stars of the show. There is our man. There they all come in. Oh, let's bring them all in. Oh, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? AB, help me. Help me. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Of course, I couldn't do it on my own. Ah, there they are. There they are. It's like stubbing my
you clicked everybody off. It's all right though. We're gonna get through it.
Oh, see what I did there? I clicked everybody off instead of on. All right, you guys know the crew, the legend Howie Swab. How many? Did you ever go to that national championship in person, or were you always with Dick on the Monday night? What was your schedule?
I've been to about 20 Final Fours.
Wow, 20 Final Fours. Can't wait for those stories. Of course, he's our numbers guy, Rafael Esparza, and I've got all the numbers right here that he sent over this afternoon, and we'll have them all for you in a second. And then the man from the dirty. Not only is he talking a little baseball tonight, but Charles, could we have a little tease for tomorrow later in the show on a little Champions League action back tomorrow? Yes?
Yeah. How about Harry Kane going back to North London, playing against the Gunners, having scored in 14 of the 19 career matches against Arsenal. He's getting plus 175. 175. Harry Kane. That's usually going off at minus 230, minus 200 everywhere else. Back in his old stomping grounds.
Harry Kane, 375.
Oh, Harry Kane.
Apparently, later in the show meant right now. Thank you, Charles, very, very much. All right, gentlemen.
I got a sucker tidbit for you, too.
Give it to me.
Manchester City, Real Madrid tomorrow. Bayern Munich, Arsenal. Those two games will have more action than the Final Four games and this national championship game today put together.
Worldwide.
By far.
Sure.
Now, it won't even be close.
Yeah, my interpreter's been texting me about it all day.
What's he been saying?
Yeah. I need a loan. That's what he's been saying.
All right, let's jump into it. We've got it's 9:04 Eastern time, 6:04 out here on the West Coast. Well, I still have daylight. It's nice to live on the West Coast. And Howie, we're going to start with you because we've got a lot of numbers, a lot of things to talk about. But this boils down to this tonight. This is UConn. They won 11 games in a row in the tournament by 13 points or more. But yet the sports books have put it right around 7, some at 7.5, some at 6.5, but that's kind of been the number. Why do you think that with all those numbers backing them up to win by double digits, we're so far away from 10 or 11?
Zach Edey, plain and simple. When you have the best player in college basketball, you suddenly get more respect, much like Caitlin Clark at Iowa with the women's game. The number was not that bad, and South Carolina pulled away at the end. But I think that Zach Edey's presence makes things interesting. The key to the game for me is very simple. If Purdue throws the ball inside to Edey and UConn tries to double, Purdue's going to have open looks at threes. If they can hit some of those threes, they will stay in the game. If they don't, this will be another UConn blowout.
The largest lead of the game, Raphael, as I come to you, the over-under is 14.5. Interesting that it's that number, minus 115 on both sides. What do you make of that?
Second half, if UConn pulls away, I can see them winning by double digits. I don't see Purdue, even if they do winning by double digits. So I guess it all depends on who you like. If you like UConn, then I say take that bet. Because I think if UConn does win this game, they do win by double digits. I think if Purdue wins, we're going to see a really, really tight game. So that prop bet I always tell, there's always a certain prop bets. You bet that on how you think the game is going to be played out. That one right there is how you think the game's going to be played out. If you like UConn, which everyone probably on the panel does, then I think that's a great bet to do. But if you like Purdue, close game, that's probably the no bet.
In the chat, Super Kick Party says they need 15 threes to win or make it close. If not, UConn will roll. And AB, on the morning show today, you had a same game parlay, the over, and you brought it down to 141, and UConn on the money line. So I ask you this. Both teams to score at least 65 points is minus 180 to the yes, plus 140 to the no. Your thoughts?
Love it. Well, I don't love that juice, but it makes sense. Yes, I think that both of them are definitely going to do that. Now, here is the interesting part. It goes off of what Howie was talking about. Well, quite frankly, what everybody was talking about. But when you're playing a total, whether over or under, right, blowouts lead to unders. So if you're thinking that UConn's going to lead this game by double digits, it's going to be one of those, go with the under, right? If you think it's going to be a tight game, if you think Purdue is going to get fouled by UConn and give themselves really opportunities free to put points up and without the clock rolling, take the over. So like we spoke about this morning, I'm fascinated to see what the foul situation looks like early first 10 minutes and then the first 20 minutes of, obviously the first half.
Purdue doesn't foul though.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's okay. It's going to be UConn fouling Purdue. Yeah.
UConn's not going to get to the line that much.
I think you're right.
Which is crazy, by the way. You have a team that has won 1,000 games by 13 or more, and they don't even shoot free throws. Like, this team is so incredibly efficient. It's nuts, man.
I saw an interview with Danny Hurley, and it was very insightful. If you guys haven't seen it on social media, look it up, where he talks about passing on certain players that could be NBA bound because they don't fit into his system. They don't fit into the winning culture. And it was kind of nice to hear a coach in 2024 talk about that instead of, man, we got to throw a bunch of money at him, NIL, just to get him in the house. Now, Charles, depending on where you come from, you were smacking AB in the face this morning. You looked right at him. You said, oh, I'm on the under, just like Raphael. Explain yourself, because we have a lot of people that weren't on the morning show today. Look at that number. Look at the people. Explain yourself, Charles.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a slower possession style game. So I think they're going to try to slow it down. Purdue, it'll be in their best interest to try to slow it down as well. So I can just see them maximizing the shot clock, and we're just getting it slow. Right now, I mean, it was at 145.5. Now we're at 143.5. So it's already dipped. It started at 146. So it's still plummeting. So you're almost in the spot where it's almost looking tempting to grab the over. So
let me just say, first off, Charles, great analysis. And your boy Marcel Ozuna hit a bomb. So congratulations on that pick. Producer man should have never taught Coach how to start producing shows. He's putting BetMGM sites up. He's all over the place. I love it, man. Well done, Coach. Well done.
I'm just co-producing. You're doing everything else. All I did was just show the number, and then I take the number off, and we're back. Maybe I don't know how you do this. I don't know how you and producer man do this on a daily basis. It's crazy. By the way, the crew is strong. Right now in the chat, DG. No NBA tonight, so he's hanging out with you. Any questions for DG? Put him in the chat. He'll answer them for you in real time. Are you just messing with me now?
I love it. Now you see. All right. So anybody that's been with us for the last 3 years, and you would see me just doing random stuff like this to Coach, it's absolutely fun. You see the other side of it. Also, Coach, let me give you a something to look at here real quick. You remember last year live on the show when my ceiling collapsed?
I remember.
Look at it, boy. Look at that ceiling.
Whoa, that's not that is not that I want it to happen, but it'd be hilarious if something just fell right through it right now. That'd be so funny. If so, just all the brand new ceiling. It looks great. It looks great.
Hey, and you know what? We finished the show too. We don't let things get in the way. We work. All right. Sorry.
You're damn right. Damn right. Now, Howie, let me come back over to you because I saw another story today where they took a poll and there were 5 women's players that were more well-known than the poll could even name one men's player. Do you see a seismic shift in not just the popularity, but the name value that we're seeing? Because right now, tonight, other than Edie, other than maybe a couple of guys on UConn, there's no name players playing tonight. The women have stars.
The women have had a great year. And it's actually been more than just 1 year. Last year as well, where the name value has really been incredible. between the Angel races and, of course, Caitlin Clark. And of course, South Carolina has several as well. I mean, it's fascinating how it's changed, but it's more of a positive for the women's game. The men's game, they'll be fine. But you know what? This shows how UConn is a team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a team that lost so much talent from last year. Players going to the NBA, players leaving, and now they're here again in a perfect position to be the first repeat team since Florida. And Billy Donovan's name will be mentioned at Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
That's another story.
I saw a interview today, AB, and I thought about you because it was an interview on one of the ESPN radio stations out here, and they said, there's no way Billy Donovan's going back to the college game. They're like, he doesn't want to deal with NIL. He doesn't want to deal with that money. I thought, that's not what AB said this morning. You still feel confident in Billy Donovan?
Absolutely. Look, 30 hours ago, there's no way John Calipari was going to Arkansas, right? Now he's over there pushing buggies at Walmart.
You're damn
Sorry.
right. It's going to be – we're going to be talking about –
I have updated odds of the money coming in on those odds. Favorite now is Scott Drew at even money. He's got a lot of money.
Scott Drew may get it.
Richard Nate Oates is now 3-1. We opened him at 9-1.
But I've heard that Baylor threw a bunch of extra stuff at Scott Drew today. That's what I heard. Like some extra incentives, some extra NIL money. Isn't it crazy? We're in a world where they go, hey, coach, here's an extra $1 million for your players to get you to stay, to get better players. That's bananas. But that's the world we live in.
That is the world we live in.
It really is.
Danny Hurley, 25-1 this morning, now 16-1.
Could you see a world, Raphael, where you win 2 national championships in a row? This might be the only school and the only job that you would leave that to go take this one. Could you see that world? 2 defending?
I don't see him. There's no way that the Kentucky players that they get will listen to Hurley. No way.
Not
Hurley
the way he
is all
coaches.
about team basketball. No disrespect to Kentucky basketball and the Big Blue Nation, but I don't see him fitting well there.
AB, go.
The interesting part to watch now is Arkansas's current players, if they all hit the transfer portal knowing all freshmen are coming in Kentucky's recruiting class, which was pretty damn strong, are they going to now commit to Arkansas? Fascinated to watch that, man.
So they already, Howie, by the way, Charles is having a bad storm down where he lives, as all as you know, in the dirty. So he's trying to get back on here shortly. So the number 20 recruit, I don't have his name written down, but he already pulled out at Kentucky, and that happened today. I think we're going to see a lot more of that. Do you agree?
And they already had Bradshaw, who was on the team this year for Kentucky. He already entered the portal. The portal makes it so that you want to get the best offer. It makes it so that loyalty means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Down here at Florida Atlantic 2 years ago, they were in the Final Four. This year they fell short. Dusty May leaves. Everybody's now in the portal. Almost everybody's in the portal.
Let me tell you this. If Arkansas thought that they paid a lot for John Calipari, they're going to pay more in the transfer portal. Let me just tell you that.
Do you actually think that, by the way,
Brazil went to the NBA also today. So
I saw that. We're about 5 minutes away. We're going to get everybody's pick here in a couple of minutes. But do you think that they actually sat around AB and not only talked about how much money it was going to cost to get him and called up a bunch of donors, but also said how much will the NIL money be? And do you think Calipari gave him that number?
Oh, absolutely. Look, they already knew the number. Look, these NIL collectives are groups of very intelligent and successful people that used to be called friends of the program. Now it's called an NIL collective. I'm a part of an NIL collective, and I can assure you that they don't even let me in half the rooms that these people are in. They have tons of money, and they know exactly the price of a point guard, of a shooting guard. Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Coach, do you think Calipari would have taken the job if he wasn't assured that he would have the NIL money in place?
Not at all. Not at all.
Arkansas's got plenty of money. Bud Walton Arena. Hello.
It's the same thing that Charles did to us like a month ago. He said, if I don't get this amount of money, I'm not showing up every day. And you see what happened. He clearly backed us into a corner. Didn't you, Charles? New Wi-Fi and everything. Shout out.
Storm in the area. It blinked out at the greatest moment. Just boom.
Or the worst when you were talking.
Or the worst.
Shout out
to
our new member. I love weed. AB, is that your other? You don't have to buy a membership, AB.
Well, you know what? The best part is this. I Love Weed has been with us for a minute. Way back in the day. OG. So shout out to Weed. Shout out to Crystal. Shout out to John Cave, 2-month member. Oh, yeah. Thank you all. Absolutely. And
yeah. Thank you to all of our premium members. Tonight is for everybody. We want to make this on our I guess free side, but there's so many of you joining the crew because we have so much extra content there. We're there live every Monday. We have a special episode every single day. So you're going to get a lot of extra content there. And also, AB, I think this would be a great time before we get everybody's picks. What is starting tomorrow as a crew exclusive Wednesdays through Sundays? I would love for you to educate the people.
It is called The Overs, and it is a brand new show starting Wednesday and, yes, through Sunday. The sports books thought they pulled a cute one this week and said, well, we're just going to wait and just drop, the totals and lines and everything of college baseball once the show starts. Well, guess what? I don't have a whole lot to do around noon, and you dropped it, and now we're coming live. So all premium members exclusively to you, we are going to break down once the totals and run lines come out for college baseball, because guess what? We haven't even been able to bet those. All we've gotten are money line parlays. Now the odds have evened out. So there you go.
You can't take us down. You can't even try to take us down. By the way, shout out to Melanie. Line of the night. Welcome, Weed. In the chat. Welcome, Weed. All right. Game starts. They're actually doing the starting lineups as we speak. So let's get it around. And Howie, I know you're already on UConn at -7 when you gave it out. What do you think about the total? And I've got a few props here. I don't know if you like any players tonight. I can tell you their numbers, but kind of give me your thoughts. Make about 30, 40 seconds because getting ready to start right now.
Give me Cam Spencer's number.
Cam Spencer. Can you help me out with that? One's not on here. Oh, yeah. 14.5. Sorry, 14.5.
I'll take the over on that one.
Okay. Cam Spencer -120. What do you think about the total, Howie? It's down to 143.5.
I think I'd go over just because. But the point that was made about slowing down the game is a good point. Okay. So hesitantly, I'd say over.
Okay, so Howie's on UConn -7 when he gave it out. The over 143.5 currently, and then Cam Spencer to have a nice game over 14.5. Raphael, let's come to you. What do you like tonight?
I'm gonna go with Lance Jones over 11.5 points for Purdue. And I'm gonna take the +7 with Purdue, and me and Charles' new show that starts on Thursday, the unders. I'm gonna take the under in the game, at 145.
That would actually be, dude. That would actually be awesome if we had literal shows that were showdowns every single day. I would love that.
Can you imagine?
My show would be push.
The logo for Raphael and Charles show would just be my face with a big old X in it because I hate under so much.
Howie's playing right at the total of 9 every night. Doesn't matter what
every
game.
Every night. Shout out to Kevin. He says, listen to that new content. Is there a better product? Nope. DTL Crew OG, baby woo. You're darn right, Kevin. All right, now, Charles, quickly, your take on the game tonight. You like a side, total, any players at all?
I'd like the under. That's what was my original, that 145.5. I even seen it at 143 even was closed.
It is right now.
It is right now.
Hey, one other thing real fast, Coach, while I got you. The Mariners, Jays, I think we're going to see some more runs. So if you can get an even 6, that over 6, I would definitely look at getting that live as well. We're in the bottom of the 6, so still plenty more at bats.
All right, we'll take a look at those baseball games in just a second. By the way, Braves, what are you doing? AB, your Braves, they're up 4-0, and now it's 4-4. They're ruining my parlay.
Brandon Nimmo of the Mets, big 3-run bomb. Yep.
Really? Thank you, Nimmo. By the way, I've already cashed Pittsburgh. Thank you. The Guardians, thank you. I'm on fire right now, baseball. All right, AB, what do you like tonight? I know you have that same game parlay. Is there anything else you've seen in the game that you like?
Zach Edey over 23.5 points, and it might have moved. It might be at 24.5. I doubt that his number is going to go low. Raphael's our guy for that one. But, I mean, look, the guy has figured it absolutely out. He doesn't foul. He knows how to work the paint area. He gets a ton of rebounds, and he gets to the line. I'll take his over on points there. And then, yeah, like you said, man, I'll take UConn spread. Yeah, over as well.
All right. There is not a universe that I live in. There's not a world with an eclipse on any night that I would not take UConn tonight. I would have taken them up to a 10. I would have taken them up to 11. This is a steal at 7, an absolute steal. They're getting ready to tee off. We will watch it in real time, and we'll also be doing live betting on this game and also live betting on baseball. So, AB, as we switch over to baseball, and let me bring up my BetMGM numbers. My bracket's not working here. Damn it. All right, well, we'll get to that in a second. So, it happens in real life. No, I'm just trying to pull up the entire BetMGM baseball bracket.
Oh, on here.
Numbers. Yeah, on here. Yeah. And I just, in my, and even on my iPad as well. So, Alicia says, here we go. By the way, Alicia, I saw your tweet about what T-shirts that Scott got after he said he was quitting the show because I forgot about the bet we made. We're good now. We're good. Yeah, he ordered his too. I'll let you know tomorrow. Yes.
Okay. We've got the Braves up to bat, up 5-4. There you. Bottom of the 6th. All right.
Okay.
Acuna's about to come to the plate. If he hits a bomb live, I will buy one person any merch item that they want from the store. Just type in the chat right now.
All right. So, type in if you're at it, because tomorrow we're putting in a big order. We've got to buy for the winners of second and third place for the March bracket. And then I've got to send Scott his too. So we got a big order to put in tomorrow. So if you're in, that didn't take long. About 8,000 people just typed in. And very quickly, UConn is up 3-2 already early on in this game. So Braves up 5-4. The number, Raphael, if we're looking at the Braves, -1.5 on the run line, -110. Do you ever like taking a run line in the middle of a game?
Depends on who they're playing. Mets bullpen's not good right now, so I'll take a shot at that one. I mean, you're laying -110. You weren't getting -110 before the game started, so I would say, yeah, I think that's a nice bet right now, especially with Acuna up and I think they have a guy on second right now.
Yeah, a guy on second base with. Doesn't show the outs here. I wish they would show the outs.
One out.
Where do they show the outs at BetMGM? This is kind of the. Oh, there we go. Out one's right at the top left. Right at the top left. Got it. Howard, let me come over to you. The Reds are up 10-8, but that game is locked. The game I'm interested in, the Mariners +3.5, +125. Interesting. And the total is over 6.5. And then the Dodgers are up 4-2. The money line, Howie, would you take him at -1,400?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
They haven't scored a run yet, so
it's a good investment.
It really is.
Terrific, yeah.
I know a few people. And then a few other games.
I will say this. I agree about the Mets, by the way. The Braves will put up more runs. They're both Met bullpen kills them.
Okay. Charles, let me come over to you, big boy, because right now the game that you were looking at, we still have 4 more games tonight, actually. My Angels on the run line +1.5, -140. I don't mind that. We don't really give out run lines too much. I know, Raphael, that you do. But let's hit that Cubs-Padres game, Raphael, because your favorite team is the Cubs. And then, Charles, I'll come to you. And you're also on Darvish walks. Do you still like that tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I just like the way the Cubs have controlled the plate with walks, taking tons of pitches from their starters. I mean, the teams that they play, their bullpens are going 5, starting in the 5th inning, 6th inning, because the Cubs are taking a lot of pitches from starters. So, yeah, I'll take that. This game right here, Cubs-Padres probably had the evenest money coming in out of the whole baseball card today. Tons of great two-way action. The books are probably just going to kick back and watch that one, and who cares who wins it because they're going to make money. It's the only one on the board that's positive on both sides and the total.
And there's a pretty good reason for that, Charles, because Darvish is always a pitcher at home. For whatever reason at home, people like to bet on him because he's good there. And the Cubs just took 2 out of 3 at Dodger Stadium. That's not easy to do. So I can understand the two-way money coming in there. But you also have the Giants with Snell on the mound tonight, very heavy at minus 225 against the Nationals, though. So those are the three games still to come. They start in about 11 minutes or so, all of them, before 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Anything you like in the late games, Charles?
Yeah, I was looking at that Rays Angels. I think we'll see some runs, and I like the Angels on that team total, only 3.5. I definitely like that. I definitely see runs, and the Angels getting at least 4.
Yeah, AB, you know who's on Angels Radio 8:30 today, pregame?
This might be one Roger Lodge.
You know whose guest was today for about 15, 20 minutes?
Coachman, Jonathan.
And do you know what show that said person put over today across all of California?
My man, the assistant coach, JJ.
Yeah,
on Driving the Line.
Damn right he did. That's right. That's why right now our California numbers, I just looked at it, they're huge. People watching all over the state of California right now. Thank you very much, Cali, in Southern California. Now, AB, let me come back over to you because right now, because I want to keep track of this basketball game. And like every 4 minutes, take a look at it. It's exactly at the 16-minute mark. The TV's behind just a little bit, but BetMGM is right on point. So we're under the 16 minutes. It's 11-9, and the live number is UConn right where it started at 7.5. That's expected.
Yeah, it is. We really haven't seen, there really hasn't been any, blood drawn or anything like that. It's pretty standard fare, right? So we see, Zach Edey doing his thing. We see UConn doing their thing. Still feel good about it. You know what I mean? Like we're at a decent pace of points too. 18, right there, the first 5 minutes. Solid.
Yep. Yeah, it's actually 20 now in the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
So, Raphael, as you look at it, because I think you break down live numbers better than anybody that I know. I know it's early, but sometimes we say in that first 6 or 7 minutes of a basketball game can be sometimes the best time to make a live bet. Your thoughts?
Yeah, this is when you get nice middle spots on totals. So let's say if we saw that 143 solid total before tip-off, now it was 147.5. We even saw a 150.5 before AB was talking on there. This is when you get some nice middle spots. If you already played the under and you see, okay, a fast tempo game, 20 points already hit the board, 15-minute mark. If you want to lay off some of your action and all that, that was a great spot.
Okay. Howie, let me come over to you because as they get ready to go to that first timeout, as soon as the ball is done, as we look at some of the early point totals, Edey already has 4 points early. And you like him.
Spencer has 7.
And Cam Spencer has 7 on the other side. Yes. There you go.
He's got 7. The over-under was not that big a deal. So far, so good. But then again, Clark yesterday, 18 points in the first quarter, and it still ended up under. So you never know.
I can't believe she didn't do better than 30 yesterday after that incredible first quarter that she had.
I took under 30.5. Did I sweat enough?
She was out of gas. All her shots were hitting the front of the rim. She had nothing left in the gas tank.
5 for 20 in the last 3 quarters.
Yeah, it happens. Everybody gets tired. You got to. I thought she should have taken some more time off of defense. I thought she played too hard on defense, which normally you don't say at all. DG in the chat says, I'm on Javier Assad over 3.5 Ks, minus 115. I have him projected at 4.3 Ks. Anybody like that one from DG in the chat?
I like him. He's a better pitcher on the road. At least last year was at home. I would take the over under 6.5. Takes off his glasses and tucks in his glove, walking to the dugout after the game because it's hilarious how he takes his glasses off, points to the air every time he leaves the mound.
AB, can you take me off just for a second? I'm having dog issues, so I'll be back literally in 2 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to add one thing because there's a major problem in Major League Baseball.
What's that?
Tonight, the Astros had to pull Framber Valdez from his start. Now you have so many pitchers getting hurt. It's become a joke. I mean, Spencer Strider, one of the best in baseball, is going to be out for a while.
So let me ask you what you're saying, Howie, what you're saying. The pitchers are saying it's because of the sped up game, because of the clock, that they have to now speed up, that the injuries are there. Could you see that being a problem?
Well, I also heard people saying there's something with the ball.
Yeah. They were upset about the ball in Colorado a couple nights ago. Yeah.
Baseball's got to get their act together. Otherwise, and for the bettors, they have to be concerned because, all of a sudden your starting pitcher gets out in the second inning and is out for a while. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. Well, what you're saying, you need to pay attention to the totals, right? Because if we have starting pitchers that are, getting injured or just having, shorter starts than normal, look at tonight. There are runs all over the place. Yordan Alvarez, congrats to anyone that took the over 9.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, because he's got that by the fourth inning, right? He's hit a bomb. He's got 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Like, he's all over the place. So, yeah, and also, look, John Cade brings up another excellent point, too. You're going to see a lot of AAA pitchers start to get called up as well. AA, too. Yeah, keep an eye on that for sure.
But if it was the clock injuring pitchers, then don't you think it would have happened last year as well? I mean,
exactly.
I don't understand that. You should have mentioned the clock last year if pitchers were going down. I think it's the ball. I heard a lot of players complaining about the ball this year, pitching wise.
Yeah. You're throwing the same amount of pitches. And so I think they're just trying to make it look for an excuse instead of not working out in the offseason and just sitting around, going on vacation, showing up in February, and that just happens. Guys, I need to stop the show for a second. Sometimes, AB, we need to handle business, right? I need to have a public apology right here, right now. Because guess who just dropped into the show, AB?
Who?
Somebody that I made angry this morning, and I felt bad about that. So I tried to make it right today. Our man Scott is in the chat right now. Scott, from your boy to you, just me and you, says, hey, guys, great show. My apologies. I forgot. We had a busy weekend. My son had a hole-in-one. I got 2 coming your way. I need you on Twitter to send me your address, and I got you covered. So I apologize. I never meant to offend you. Is that good, AB? That was heartfelt. That was heartfelt.
It was honest, and that's all you can ask.
Dramatic. I feel like I'm watching The Bachelor.
Right here.
What?
I feel like I'm watching The Bachelor. What was that?
Well, Howie, true story. I made a bet. See, there you go, Coach. You're my guy with all you. I made a bet, and it was taken 2 out of 3. Red Sox took 2 out of 3. I forgot about the bet.
Yep.
And so this morning, I didn't acknowledge it, and he was upset, and he had every right to be, because I just forgot. I have a lot. I make a lot of bets. I make a lot of promises, so I would never welch. So you got 2 coming, Scott. I'll give you 2. All right. Let's continue. Right now, it's 14-11, under 14 minutes to play. So the total right now, AB, 146.5. It's still staying around that number as there's a really nice pace to the game so far.
These teams have been hitting their shots, and they haven't been easy shots either. Like, we've seen Edie and then the big man for UConn get a couple there, but they've been hitting them from the perimeter right there. Oh, nice block. But you've also seen UConn hit some threes as well. Yeah, like, if this pace keeps up, dude, it's going to soar over. Ooh, what a block.
I love watching games live. We're going to be doing a lot more DTL after dark. There's a huge number of watches tonight. Thank you to all of you for taking the time. I love watching games live, like live streams. And next year we'll do WrestleMania, I promise you, on that one. Has Spencer. Spencer still has 5. Newton has, or 7. Newton, I got it, Howie. 5. Newton has 5. I got it. Let me see. They need an update on the dog. I got you. Dog is good. He's just not, Buddy's, you guys know Buddy. He's not used to having a show at night. And so when he's got to go, he's got to go. You feel me, Charles? You feel me?
100%.
Hey, does anybody, when you're playing an over or an under, like, are you doing the math in your head on every single possession?
Yes!
Of like, okay, we need this. Yeah. I need X amount of points by 10. I need, like, do you guys do that too? Yeah.
I break it down in 5-minute segments in NCAA.
AB, yeah. I will literally, before an NBA over, I'll be like, okay, I need to have 58 every quarter, and I'm at 1-8. Like, I'll do it all the way through. Yeah. Not just, oh, God, it drives me insane. Yeah. Alicia says, it's great. It's crazy to watch the game. What did I just do? Oh, my God. AB, I just did something. Oh, I know what I did.
What'd you do?
My phone went on my thing. I'm all over the place tonight. Alicia says it's crazy watching the game and listening to the show in real time. This is, just so you guys know at home, all the guys here, this is the most fun we could ever have. The morning show's nice, but Howie, isn't it fun to watch a game and analyze it and talk live betting all at the same time? It's what we love the most.
Absolutely. And so many other things going on.
True that. Hey, B, you're trying to get me right while I'm trying to get me wrong. Charles.
If loving you is right, I don't want to be wrong.
Oh, Howie, your one-liners, man, are too
Somebody
much.
record that. We need that on the soundboard.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right, it is 16-16, and now the total has gone up to 150.5 minus 115. So if you're on that under, this would be a nice middle spot, huh, Raphael?
Yeah. Also, if you liked UConn at one point when you were talking UConn money line, and the game was all the way down to minus 250. It hasn't been minus 250 at all during this whole tournament. So again, live betting. If you don't have action, I tell people sometimes you just don't like the game. Wait till live betting to see if you can get your number you wanted the whole time, and it just didn't give it to you. So keep an eye out for that one.
Austin says Howie is such a legend, even live. I would say even better live. There's no doubt about it. Charles, do you have something, AB, before I go to Charles?
I didn't say
Nope, you're good. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you did. Charles, when you talk about live betting, what Raphael just said, in soccer, when you're betting a total, do you like to wait 10 or 15 minutes in? And that always brings the number down.
All the time, because we know first 15, 20 minutes, we're most likely not to see a goal. So as I always say, you can manipulate those lines in your favor, especially on those first halves. If it's like a 1.25 or 1, even a 1 that's juiced up, wait 10, 15, 20 minutes, and you can just get it down to where all you need is that one goal. Or if you have like a 2.5 or 2.75, you can get it down to just an even 2 or 1.5. So, with the amount of time that it takes to score goals, you can definitely use that to your advantage.
Boom and boom. Howie, they have gone to the under 12-minute timeout. So let's reset. You guys are watching DTL After Dark. Me and the crew, Howie, Raphael, Charles, and AB. I am the coach. Zach Edey, who you liked a lot. 11 points in the first 9 minutes, but he only has one rebound. I think BetMGM on Twitter today said one of the most popular bets, and I'll ask you in a second, Raphael, was Zach Edey's over 12.5 rebounds that went up to 13.5. Do you still like that 23.5, Howie? It's a great start by him.
I think Edey will go over that.
Yep.
It's interesting watching Edey against Klingon, because Klingon's trying his best, but he's still finding ways to get inside. And UConn's not really doubling as much as I thought they would. I thought maybe they'd drop someone off and try to double and deny the ball, but no.
They may change it.
And it's pretty wild, but Edey so far has been great.
5 for 7. Maybe they'll change their game plan, Raphael, in the second half if Klingon can't stop Edey inside. We saw what DJ Burns said. He goes, "Pardon my French." That's just a big – that was hilarious. But Zach Edey, that over 12.5, he's had just an incredible NCAA tournament. It was minus 130, so a little juicy today.
Yeah, and it closed at 13.5. I mean, you guys saw the percentages I sent out: 57% on UConn 6.5, 74% on UConn money line. The closest thing Purdue got on any kind of those kind of numbers was Zach Edey prior player prop bets. People were betting both overs and ports and both overs and rebounds. Like I said, opened up at 12.5, got bet all the way up to 13.5. Even at 13.5 had juice at minus 123 last time I saw before I logged in. So, yeah, the only thing Purdue had going for them betting-wise was Zach Edey prop bets.
Earlier today, AB, as I look at the Mets and Braves now tied at 5 because the Braves and apparently Charlie Morton can't stop anybody. Raphael sent out some odds on Tiger Woods, a few different props that you can play. And I said,
sorry, guys.
I said dead, absolutely dead to me. And I would say the same about the Braves right now. It is 5-5. The total is 12.5 minus 155. It is juicy to the over in the seventh, just starting the seventh inning. Can your Braves get it done, AB? Come on.
They do this every night. This is standard fare for them. Look, you've got 3, 4, 5 about to hit. That's Austin Riley, Matt Olson, and Marcell Ozuna, and it's just the seventh inning. The Braves will do this in the 8th, the 9th, the 37th. They do not care at all.
It's the Mets bullpen.
Yeah, exactly.
It's against the Mets bullpen. That's for sure. Charles, let me come over to you because you were, and I will say very wrongly, if that's a word, you said, look at the runs in the Seattle-Toronto game. I got my hopes up. I really, really did. and they've done absolutely nothing since you said that. Still 4-0.
Nada.
Top of the 8. Nada. And the live total now is 4.5. All he needs one run.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I love those. I love getting those. When we can get those 4.5s in the 8th inning, I love those. I hit those all the time. So absolutely. Who was that? My boy, Marte. Does that Marte just got it?
For who? Which? There's a lot of Martes. Which
I could tell Marte.
A little more descriptive live on air.
Yeah, I could tell Marte. I thought maybe he got a home run, but I think he got a double.
That's Kettle One Vodka Marte.
Yeah, that too.
Charles leaving the audience just in suspense. Is it Marte? And you're like, what happened? What the hell happened?
There's 7 games that could happen in. Oh my God, Howie, you kill me. By the way, I think it's safe to say that the Houston Astros have woken up after that first weekend against the Yankees. They are pounding the defending champions 10-5 in the 5th inning. I think they got pissed off. The total right now, what's the highest total you've ever seen in the game, Raphael? Because right now it's 20.5 in the 5th inning.
Oh, I've seen some 26, 28s in live betting. Of course, those were in Colorado. I think it was last year, a couple years ago, Colorado was playing, I want to say it was a Dodger game, and I think the Dodgers were up pretty big.
Interesting. Very
interesting. 4.5, Coach.
What?
Did they score?
4.5. Yes,
4.5
they did.
What is
they
4.5?
did? Well, we were just saying we play Seattle 4.5. They haven't changed on mine. Maybe you have a better score than I do. It's so crazy
need some
how.
more description here when we start.
All right, no Mariners. We're talking Mariners and Blue Jays over 4.5. AB, my bad.
Right.
Yeah, and so the Mariners just must have had a home run or something because they just scored 4-1. Cash that live. Hashtag pays to watch live. I just need 3 more because right now I'm pegging a really good day. But Braves, Mariners,
Seattle.
Is that who it was? Crawford.
Crawford.
Julio Rodriguez, he needs to wake up too. He hasn't done anything. Big J Parlay 79 says, "Damn right, Howie." We say that all the time. Damn right, Howie.
Starting to get to the line a lot here in this game.
Yep.
And Edie's collecting points here, just eating them left and right.
It does seem that way. As we check in real quick.
Boy, you jinxed him on that one.
Yeah, kill him.
I love that angle when they show how ridiculous it is to play the Final Four in a dome. I absolutely hate it. Guys can't shoot in a dome. I remember when I played in the bigger places, we're like, why are we playing here? I don't understand. I know it's money. I get all that. But damn it. Teams can't shoot in a dome. 21-21, 9:15 to go. The total sitting at 150.5. Now, here's interesting, Howie, as I come to you. UConn's minus 210. They started at north of minus 300. It continues to come down as Purdue hangs tight. And you said if they can hit enough shots, if they can hang around till the second half, they're doing that right now.
But here's another warning. You thought during the Illinois game that, Illinois is playing them tough. 30 straight points. So who knows? I mean, you can speculate. I don't think that would ever happen with Edie in the game. But if Purdue hits shots, it's a game.
Yeah, you're damn right. Well, right now it's still tied at 21 apiece. Thank you all for hitting us. About 6:45. We're going to be here for just a few more minutes, and we're going to do this every single Monday night, only for like 50 minutes or an hour. We're not going to be here all night long, but we'll be talking live betting. And for all of you who are crew members, and if you're not a crew member, we encourage you to join right now. You can do it right there on our page. You get so much more content than just our daily shows. But our daily stuff, it's free for everybody. We're going to make the biggest sports betting universe in the world. We're not stopping. We're just getting started, and these are my guys right here. And we have several more that are so good, and you guys all know them as well. All right, so no points in the last minute. So that total is now starting to come down.
Coach, I was going to say real quick.
Yes, go.
Like, Purdue has made some tough shots, but for the most part, if you look at the average length from the goal, they're all in the paint, right? Like they've got 2, 3, 4 foot shots while UConn's shooting 17, 18, 23 foot, right? Like, that's something to pay attention to because that will catch up with you quickly, man. Quickly. They got to get Purdue to shoot outside. Yeah.
9 for 16, 56%. UConn is just 8 for 18, 44%. That matters. Good looking out there, AB. let's quickly look over because not much is happening in the game right now. No points in the last couple of minutes as we get close to the late games starting. And the D-back, who was on the D-backs today? Somebody was on the D-backs today.
That was run line.
My man, it's 4-1 in the 4th
sucks.
inning. That's going to be our moniker the entire – the Rockies suck. That's going to be our analysis the entire time. Why? Because the Rockies suck. That's all we need to say. Right now, you're up 4-1, Raphael. Nice start by you, big boy. Nice start by you.
I'm very excited, by the way. Eventually, the Rockies will play the Marlins. That'd be great.
This might be your happy place, Howie. The DTL After Dark might be your spot. That's what I'm starting to figure out. If you're not a crew member, what are you doing? Oh, John, you took the words right out of my mouth. Although we like to say it like this. If you're not a crew member, what are you doing? That's kind of how we say it like that. But, you say it how you want to say it. All right, other games going on right now. I love live betting. Damn it, do I love live betting. Phillies, Cardinals, good series there between two pretty good teams so far. 2-1. And, of course, I just screwed it up. AB, take it because I'm such an idiot when it comes to this stuff.
What?
I'm
what happened?
Horrible. No, I found it now. I found it. I'm hitting too many buttons. You know me.
Simplify, baby.
I am.
Keep it simple.
Simplify, go 5 wide. The Mets and the Braves, they've gone 2 outs. That game's still tied at 5, but it's locked. So you can't bet on that right now. Blue Jays 4-1. That's in the 8th. Dodgers 4-2. That remains locked. So not a lot going on in baseball and or basketball. 4 more points in the basketball game. So, guys, we're about 10-10. There's not a whole lot going on. We're not going to keep everybody. We're going to recap everything tomorrow morning. Before we get to halftime, though, how are your thoughts on what you think might happen? A little prediction before we get the hell out of Dodge.
Well, it's very simple. They're getting the ball inside to Edie so easily, like we all said. I mean, he's dunking half the time, and when your shot percentage is going to be pretty good when you get the ball 2 feet from the basket with a 7'4" guy.
I can't understand a world where you keep seeing all these experts, the so-called experts, that say, "Oh, he's not even going to get drafted." Are you kidding me right now? Just the fact that he's 7'2" means he's going to get drafted. But it's crazy when I read that from everybody. He's going to get drafted. Stop it. He's 7'2".
How could he not be a first-round pick?
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. But you know all the experts, right?
He won't be a first-round pick.
Because of footwork, because of the bigger players you're going to go up against. I get it. But someone can take them in the first round.
The question is this, because the NBA has shifted. It's not big men. It's tall men that can shoot. Yeah, like that's the deal. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying. Go ahead, Raphael.
But they're projecting the first 4 out of 5 picks are all foreign players. So it's going to be a heavy foreign draft this year.
Did you say a heavy, hairy draft?
Foreign.
Oh, foreign.
Well,
I misheard you.
Oh my God, foreign.
Maybe some Greek guys they were pretty hairy.
Have you seen? By the way, have any of you guys seen Luka's younger brother?
Yes.
No.
Oh my God. He'll be in the NBA shortly. Luke has a younger brother who is, he's so good. Oh my God, Luka's younger brother is so good. Charles, before we get out of here, give me a little preview tomorrow. Champions League is back. What are we looking at?
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much because I plan on giving away both matches, but I think they should be competitive. I think Man City's not. When have we seen Man City not get as much love? Everybody's on Real Madrid, but the defending champs are going to Spain, and everyone loves Real Madrid. So definitely look at Man City there. And then Bayern Munich, their stock couldn't be lower. So everyone's on Arsenal as well. And Bayern Munich has traditionally owned the series against Arsenal as well. So I love looking at teams where their stock couldn't be lower as well. Mm-hmm. And then, getting a little.
That's when you get numbers you don't normally get. That's
exactly.
That's what happens.
Angels.
By the way, you said Real Madrid, or as Raphael likes to say, Real Madrid. We call it Real Madrid here at DTL. Raphael, before we get out of here, because it's almost the top of the hour, they're almost to halftime as well. Your thoughts on the rest of the game? And at halftime, it looks like it's going to be close to tied or something like that. What's your take on the rest of the game?
Yeah, if you're sitting in that +7 for Purdue, keep an eye out for that one because, again, you're in a nice middle spot. If it stays close on that one, take a shot at maybe getting a nice money line bet on UConn if it goes anything lower than 220, if it stays really close. But, yeah, I would definitely take a shot at all those. And really quick, if you guys ever have any sports betting questions throughout the evening, find me on social media at VSI.sports. A guy reached out, or AB reached out to me to help this guy over the weekend. And I love that kind of stuff when people have questions about sports betting. Been in this industry way too long.
Let me end it with this. I have a question for you, Raphael. Do you have the live total on the Diamondbacks Rockies game right now?
It is 13.5 and under -130.
Give me the over. Let's go.
How much you want on it?
Angels.
Want a couple nickels?
Yeah, I tell you what, put me a yardstick down on this. Let's go. All right, to end it, Coach, what you were talking about, what you were going to say. Look, we're getting to the free throw line a lot now, both sides. UConn's starting to get there too. If you're going to see this type of pace plus free throws, and Zach Edey, he's played a lot of minutes. UConn is a force in the second half of games like Iowa has been. Keep an eye on that one as well.
Doesn't want to get tired. You don't want to get him tired. Right now, he's got 14 points, 3 rebounds as they approach the 6-minute mark. And I want all of you to enjoy the rest of the game. Again, every single Monday night for about an hour, we're here talking live betting, the late games, getting you ready for those, and the games that are finishing up as well. We are going to add more and more shows.
By the way, Rockies made it 4-2. And
over, baby.
So that's going to be a lot of runs now.
Going to be a lot of runs. Why,
a lot
Raphael?
of nickels coming to daddy.
Why is it going to be a lot of runs?
4-3.
The Rockies.
4-3. There we go.
I thought nobody's going to say our new mantra for the Rockies. I just said, yep, knock
the
it
Rockies
down.
suck.
Rockies suck.
Thank you. Somebody's paying attention, AB. All right,
Yep.
guys, thank you as always for taking the time. Thank all of you. I mean, we had over 700 watching live today. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That means we're going to do this more. Tonight was kind of a test. Shout out to Phil, brand new crew member. Thank you. Thank you as we continue to grow. Remember, we're less than 3 months into this son of a gun. Less than 3 months into the rebrand. Thank you, producer, man, for giving me my one shot. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to go out in the world. It's time for you to go to bed is what needs to happen. Crawl into the sack. Watch the second half. Follow my guys on social media. They'll be talking about the game through the rest of the night. And we'll be live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to talk about the national title. We're going to get ready for the Masters. DTL golf at 3 p.m. My guys are all going to be here tomorrow. Then you add in Soupy, we're going 6 wide all day long. But all that being said, once again, shout out to all the new crew members tonight. I am the coach. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take that Mariners, Blue Jays over 4.5. Thank you, Charles, very much. Straight to the pay window. My entire crew. How are you still alive? Are you still alive, Howie? Charles, Raphael, my man AB. I'm the coach. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Good night.